Stop for a moment. Look at where you are right now in your life. Really look. Have you been here before? Started something new, felt that rush of motivation, made promises to yourself, only to end up back where you started? You're not alone. Here's the uncomfortable truth many motivation gurus won't tell you. The person you've been until now has no place in the life you say you want. That's not meant to discourage you. It's meant to wake you up. Because what if I told you that everything, your habits, your results, your reality, could completely transform in just 90 days? What if the only thing standing between you and that transformation is a decision you haven't had the courage to make yet? As the great Les Brown says, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Today isn't about another motivational speech that fades by tomorrow morning. This is about a blueprint, simple, brutal, and absolutely possible, for completely rebuilding your identity from the ground up. Napoleon Hill discovered after studying the world's most successful people for over 25 years that transformation isn't about trying harder with the same mindset. It's about becoming someone new. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the exact framework that has helped thousands break free from their old patterns and step into a completely new identity. Not through wishful thinking, but through a practical system that works. And the most powerful part? You can begin the process today, right after this video ends. Are you ready to bury the person you've been and give birth to the person you're meant to become? Let's begin. Did you know that 95% of your daily actions are completely unconscious? That's right. Almost everything you do today you'll do tomorrow and the next day and the next. This is why most people stay stuck. They're trying to create new results while running old programs. It doesn't work. Napoleon Hill put it perfectly. Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. But before you can define where you're going, you need to declare what you're leaving behind. Your brain has created neural highways based on your past behaviors. Every time you've procrastinated, given up, or chosen comfort over growth, you've reinforced these highways. And your mind will fight to protect them, not because it wants you to fail, but because it's designed to maintain what's familiar. That's why willpower alone fails. You're not just fighting a habit, you're fighting your entire nervous system. Take Denzel Washington's story. Before becoming one of Hollywood's most respected actors, he was lost, failing in college with no direction. In his own words, he reached a breaking point where he had to make a decision about who he would never be again. I literally locked myself away with my discipline, he shared in an interview. I decided the old me was dead. I didn't tell anyone. I just started rebuilding in silence. This is what Les Brown calls the never again moment. The point where you stop negotiating with your old self. Here's what no one tells you. Real change isn't comfortable. It's painful. It means killing off parts of yourself that you've identified with for years. That voice that says, I'll start tomorrow? That's not your friend. That's the old you fighting to survive. That tendency to make excuses? It's not just a habit. It's an identity you've built. So here's your first task. Name what needs to die. What version of yourself do you need to bury today? Is it the procrastinator? The excuse maker? The comfort seeker? The person who starts but never finishes? Write it down. Say it out loud. I will never be, again. Feel the weight of that decision. Let it sink into your bones. But destroying is only half the journey. The other half is becoming someone new. And that's what we're going to do next. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think identity is something you find, like it's hiding somewhere waiting to be discovered. The truth? Identity is something you build, deliberately, consistently, without excuses. Napoleon Hill discovered this through his extensive research. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief isn't just positive thinking. It's programming created through repeated action. Think about who you want to be 90 days from now. See that person clearly. How do they start their day? What do they prioritize? How do they speak to themselves? What do they no longer tolerate? Now here's the secret. You don't have to wait 90 days to become that person. You can be them today in your actions. As Les Brown powerfully states, you gotta be hungry. Your hunger to change must be greater than your attachment to comfort. Your desire to become new must outweigh your fear of leaving the old behind. Let me share a powerful example. Jocko Willink, former Navy SEAL commander, decided to rebuild his identity around extreme ownership and discipline. His method? He began waking up at 4:30 a.m. every single day for 90 days straight. No exceptions, no excuses. He didn't do this because he enjoyed waking up early. He did it to reprogram his mind around a simple truth. I do what needs to be done regardless of how I feel. Today, years later, that single habit has become the foundation of his entire identity. Not just waking up early, but living the principle that feelings don't dictate actions. This is how identity is built. Through consistent actions that align with who you want to become, not who you've been. Here's a challenge that might seem small but is transformative. For the next 7 days, live as your 90-day self. Record a short video each day, just for yourself, speaking and acting as if you're already the person you're becoming. Watch what happens. Notice how your posture changes, how your language shifts, how your decisions become clearer. Ask yourself this question. If someone followed you for a week, would they know what you're building or just what you're avoiding? Your new identity isn't built on motivation or inspiration. It's built on action so consistent it becomes who you are. But a new identity needs a fortress to protect it, made of systems, silence, and relentless focus. That's what we're going to build next. Goals might motivate you, but systems transform you. Think about it. A goal is a destination. A system is the vehicle that gets you there reliably day after day. Your new identity needs protection from the world's distractions, from other people's expectations, and most importantly, from your old self's attempts to pull you back. This protection comes from what Napoleon Hill called definiteness of plan. Create a definite plan, and begin at once. Let me share a straightforward system that protects your new identity through daily rituals. First, your morning ritual. This isn't about social media posts or complicated routines. It's about setting intention, feeding your mind even 10 minutes of reading, and calibrating your nervous system through deep breathing. This is where you remind yourself who you've decided to become today. Second, your mission block. This is sacred time, at least 90 minutes of deep focused work on what matters most. No distractions, no excuses. This is where you build tangible evidence of your new identity. Third, your evening review. Disconnect from screens. Reflect on what worked, what didn't, and visualize tomorrow's success. This is where you strengthen neural pathways and prepare your subconscious for another day of growth. Consider Stephen King's story. Before becoming one of the world's best-selling authors, he wrote every day for 4 hours without fail. In silence. No applause. No viral social media post. Just consistent, focused work while the world wasn't watching. Les Brown puts it perfectly. You gotta be willing to do the things today others won't do, to have the things tomorrow others won't have. Your system is your shield against the 3 enemies of transformation. Distractions that waste your time, doubts that weaken your resolve, and impulses that pull you back to old patterns. This isn't about perfection. It's about protection. Protecting the most valuable asset you have. Your commitment to becoming someone new. Which part of your old identity are you ready to bury today? What's the first system you'll put in place to protect your new self? Take a moment right now and declare it in the comments below. Name it. Claim it. Now that you've destroyed the old, built the new, and fortified your system, there's just one thing left. Sealing this pact. For good. This is the moment of truth. You've identified the version of yourself that needs to die. You've defined who you're becoming. You've created a system to protect that journey. Now it's time to make a 90-day contract with yourself. Not a vague promise. A binding agreement that says, for the next 90 days, I don't get to quit on who I'm becoming. You are no longer someone trying to change. You are someone who has decided to stop negotiating with yourself. As Napoleon Hill discovered after studying the world's most successful people, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief isn't just thinking. It's committing beyond the point of return. Here's your final task. Take out a journal or a piece of paper. Write today's date. Beneath it, write, "Today I buried your old identity. Today I was born as your new identity." Sign it. This isn't dramatic. It's decisive. Don't ask if you feel ready. Act like the version of you that already arrived. Remember Les Brown's powerful words. You have greatness within you. But it won't wake up until you do. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges you to grow. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. But most importantly, close this video and take immediate action. Because transformation doesn't happen on YouTube. It happens in the quiet moments when you choose your new self over your old habits. Your 90 days start now. And I believe in who you're becoming. Hey, incredible growth seekers. Wow, what a journey. If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.